Aam Aadmi Party has presented CCTV footage now alleging that BJP presiding officer openly destroyed and invalidated votes in the Chandigarh mayor polls. Sharing the video, Aam Aadmi Party wrote, "Now accepted BJP. What can be a greater proof than this? See how the presiding officer of BJP openly destroys the flag of democracy by cancelling votes himself. This is a living proof of BJP's dictatorship, quote unquote, is what the AAP stated." Now, this development, remember, follows the Supreme Court's rebuke of the civic poll officer responsible for the Chandigarh mayor election, stating it is evident that the returning officer has defaced the ballot papers. Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud, who heard the matter, said, and I quote, "Is this the way he conducts the elections? This is a mockery of democracy. This is a murder of democracy. We are a poll. This man should be prosecuted. Is this the behavior of the returning officer?" quote unquote. Well, earlier during a protest against the BJP regarding the Chandigarh mayoral elections, AAP Supremo Arvind Kejriwal alleged EVM and vote tampering. Joining us at this point is Dr. Anil Gupta, BJP spokesperson. We also have Bikramjit, Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, joining us live. Deshat Nigam, political analyst, is also live with us on the broadcast. Let me begin with you first. These are serious charges, Deshat Nigam, being levelled by the AAP against the BJP and the presiding officer also, Deshat Nigam. This follows what the Supreme Court has said in a strong rebuke yesterday.
In fact, the very same issue went to the Punjab and Haryana High Court, where the stand taken by the, I think the election officer was that he was signing all the papers which he has signed. Therefore, it is good that the Supreme Court today has called the entire record, videography and everything, and it has to be handed over to the registrar of Punjab and Haryana High Court. So, which is good. दूध का दूध और पानी का पानी हो जाएगा, तब पता लगेगा कि एक्चुअली टेम्परिंग हुई है कि नहीं हुई है. Merely by seeing and somebody signing on each and every ballot paper will not suffice, and Supreme Court must go into it. If it has been done, obviously highest punishment under the law must be given. Secondly, apart from mayor, BJP has also won the senior deputy mayor's seat and that of deputy mayor's seat, and therefore it cannot be a coincidence that all three seats have won. It appears there is some internal sabotage within the alliance of the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress, and which is to be also looked into. But there were murmurs also, because 35 votes were total there, and then there are few who seems to have taken it for granted as well. So I believe in order to come to any conclusion, even Supreme Court's verdict is not a final verdict. It's an observation before issuing a notice. Forensic test has not been done. Once the official copy from the administration comes before the Supreme Court will see that and take into consideration. So far, other videos which have been submitted by the various other parties, that needs to be forensically examined. That is what the law on the subject is. It can be a corroborative evidence of the allegation leveled against the election officer, the returning officer. And their stand before the Punjab and Haryana High Court is that nothing wrong has been done. They have said everything has been secured, everything has been kept under the sealed cover, and that would be presented. Now, instead of Punjab and Haryana High Court, the Supreme Court has taken cognizance of the matter, and I'm sure they'll reach to the bottom of this controversy.
Okay. Let me take that across to Bikramjit. Bikramjit, Deshat Nigam saying that the officer was merely signing the various documents and the various slips. That is something that is a stand that has been put forth before the Punjab and Haryana High Court. He is confident that the Supreme Court will take the case to the logical conclusion. Your response to Deshat Nigam's analysis of the series of events, Bikramjit, and also why is the AAP so vociferously claiming that this is fraud?
Good evening, but you have to see one thing, that ballot papers are not signed after the elections, after the polling, after the voting. I have seen first time in life that after voting, after polling, presiding officer is signing the ballot papers. Why? Ballot papers are to be signed prior to polling. And second thing is, most important thing you have to see, that the presiding officer, without issuing any certificate, was forcing the BJP candidate to sit on the chair immediately. Presiding officer was raising victory signs. Presiding officer was not allowing the election agents of both the candidates to come near to him. Presiding officer was making marks on the ballot papers. And the video submitted in the Supreme Court clearly showing that he was making marks, and thereafter he was signing the ballot papers. And most important thing is, as Supreme Court said, why he was looking towards the cameras. And second most important thing in this case is, if the 20 councillors were not united, then why they raised slogans against that decision taken by the presiding officer? Why on the next day, all the 20 councillors were on the roads in protest? Why? These things clearly shows that Supreme Court rightly observes the videos, and the videos submitted before the Honorable Supreme Court have not been alleged by any party that these are not correct videos, because the videos are from the CCTV cameras, taken from the CCTV cameras installed in that room. Till date, any of the spokesperson have ever stated that these are not the genuine videos? And the videos shown by every channel, even in Supreme Court. But one thing is clear, and what we are saying, that no, this is a question. That's why Supreme Court stated that it was a murder of democracy. It was a murder of democracy. 20 councillors are united, and the party who has only 16 councillors are declared as winner. By what way? By adopting what method? By declaring 8 votes invalid. 40% of 20 councillors' votes have been declared invalid. Have you seen ever? This is what happened in Chandigarh. This is what shows that the thinking of BJP is similar to North Korea. They don't want any other party may come in power. India is a big country having a big population.
Okay.
Different parties, different religions, different castes, and democracy is the only way to keep it united, to keep it strong. And what happened? They tried to cut down the roots of the democracy. And we are thankful to the Supreme Court, Chief Justice of India, who immediately stayed the budget session. And even the Supreme Court has commented on the order of High Court. Why? Because immediate order was necessary by the High Court also. But Supreme Court has taken the cognizance, and we have full faith upon our judicial system. Whenever the ruling parties in center try to kill the democracy, take the decision against the democracy, every time Apex Court saved the democracy, saved the constitution, and yesterday also the comments, the remarks of the Honorable Supreme Court were very valid remarks, very valid comments, as everyone knows that in Chandigarh, what the BJP had did was actually a power snatching game of the BJP. They don't want that any other party may come in power. Initially, when these councillor elections were held, Aam Aadmi Party was the largest party. 14 councillors of the Aam Aadmi Party had won. But BJP again played the same tactics, and 2 years have been passed that Chandigarh had not seen its actual representative on the mayor, on the chair of the mayor. That's why we have moved to Supreme Court, and Supreme Court has rightly remarked that it was a murder of democracy, what happened in Chandigarh.
Okay, let me, before I get in, Dr. Anil Gupta of the BJP, who I'm sure would want to counter you. Deshadri Nigam, your quick response. Ballot papers are not marked after voting completes. This is illogical what you're saying, says Bikramjit. Your response, and you can of course also counter what he's just said.
What happens in such a small election, subsequently also, in order to, say these are the number of votes, he can countersign it. That is done by people and election commission officers also, and so that no votes can be further mixed into it. That's how it has been. It can be done when there are just 35 votes. It can't be done where there are lakhs of votes. So that counter signing is possible, so that no further mixing can be done. So that it is kept in record, sealed, and it is being done in front of the cameras and everybody. Now again, let me repeat: if he has done anything hunky dory or fishy, he is bound to be punished. Supreme Court will go to the bottom of this. But then both Aam Aadmi Party and Congress are at loggerheads in Punjab. There is no alliance. Please understand. Huge number of Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party are unhappy because of this particular alliance. They do not. There is no alliance for the Lok Sabha elections. They have clearly said we don't want to go together. Given that scenario, there is a distinct possibility they could have been the councillors would have deliberately invalidated votes. That is also a distinct possibility because of great animosity between Aam Aadmi Party and Congress in Punjab.
Yes. Okay, let me bring in Dr. Anil Gupta of the BJP. Dr. Anil Gupta, you heard what the AAP's spokesperson had to say on the show. You can, of course, respond. These level serious allegations against your party, against, of course, the officer. That's something that the AAP has been alleging through the day today. In fact, they've also attacked the ED as well, as we heard from Atishi in a press conference earlier.
Yeah, good evening to you and all the viewers. See, Aam Aadmi Party leaders have the habit of telling lies daily. They hold the press conference, putting allegation on one or other regularly. Let me just reply one by one. See, during the Chandigarh mayor elections, first time they had a coalition, this Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party. We all aware that what is happening in Punjab, the Aam Aadmi Party leaders and the ministers are dead against the Congress. But no, somehow they projected that an alliance. But it needs to be checked whether it was an actual alliance or not. They always fabricate the stories. Why the councillors of the Congress party or Aam Aadmi Party voted in this way that their votes becomes invalid. Now the matter is with the Honorable Supreme Court. All documents, everything has been sealed up. Now the matter is under investigation. But let's wait for Honorable Supreme Court. But what I personally feel, that they claim to be in coalition, but actually it was not a coalition because they are fighting in Punjab. Somebody forced, but actually they don't want a coalition. So there is a chance that they deliberately invalidated the vote. But I again say, as the matter is in the Honorable Court, I think within few days everything will be cleared, whatever is there. You talked about this press conference of Minister Atishi. See, they are against each and every institution of the country. Either it is the ED, CBI, all the political setups, and income tax, everything. See, today they blame the ED. And, they don't have a faith on the Constitution. They don't have faith on the agencies. If some decision from the court comes in their favor, they say it is okay. Otherwise, they blame the court also. The Sanjay Singh and the Manish Sisodia, they went up to the Supreme Court. They are denied the bail. But now they challenge it. And even the Kejriwal Saab, he is being issued the summons 5 times. He is not appearing. He is an ex-income tax officer. He should be aware what is the importance of decision summons. When he was the income tax officer, he must have issued several summons to the assessor. And if anybody doesn't reply, he should be aware of the consequences. And now you are not appearing. Even in the police complaint which we filed before the Delhi police against the alleged poaching of the MLAs, they are not replying. And they are saying, see the language they are using. Sometimes they see the police as the Thulla. Sometimes now, yesterday they say they are doing the Notankis. So they are making the mockery of all the systems. And they don't follow the rules. They don't follow the Constitution. What they say is final. And it is just. Kejriwal Saab has taken an oath on the Constitution, and he, as an ex-officer, he should be aware. But because they are regularly doing all these corruptions in all departments. Today also there was a raid for Delhi Jal Board scam. There was the Rajmahal Ghotala. There was this Sharab Ghotala, Dawai Ghotala, every time. Because this party, which rose very soon, now it is a party of the corruption and the party of the scandals. So because of their frustration, they are putting allegation on the ED, CBI, income tax, and even sometimes this point out in the court also. So I think the court will take the cognizance of this, and even the ED and all things. You cannot defame anybody like this. If you are right, there is a rule of law in the country. If you have anything to say, you go to the agencies, appear and put your documents. And if you are annoyed by the agencies, you go to the court, you put your views, and I think Supreme Court is supreme. They deliver the good judgment, and they will clear if something is there. If anybody who has done wrong will not be separated, will not be spared. I think if they are. I think they have done a lot of things wrong. They must get something from the court. This is what I mean to say.
Bikramjit, your response.
The BJP speaker has stated one thing, that would they have wanted to vote for AAP or Congress party, but there were differences, there is no alliance in the hearts of the workers. But see one thing, BJP is trying to justify their illegal acts. How? 20 councillors came together, sat together, and thereafter, when the illegal decision was given by presiding officer, 20 councillors protested together. And one thing is used to say that people may doubt what you say, but they always believe what you do. The 20 councillors protested against the decision of presiding officer, against the activities of presiding officer. Presiding officer was one time office bearer of BJP. BJP had got nominated him, and presiding officer was signing just to cover up defacing the ballots. What he was doing actually, defacing the ballots. But to cover up that, he was signing on the ballots. First thing. Second thing, my learned friend said that we are against institutions. No, brother, we are not against institutions. We want to save the institutions from your dictatorial hands, your dictatorship, because BJP wants to control each and every institution. Due to activities of BJP, 4 Supreme Court judges were forced to hold a press conference. What I say? What can I say on this point? What can you say on this point? You want to control each and every democratic institution. You want to destroy each and every democratic institution. What you are saying? That we are evading the ED? ED has become enforcing dictatorship agency in the hands of BJP. This is the actual meaning of ED now. And BJP always, what happened in Madhya Pradesh? What happened in Maharashtra? And their leaders were openly claiming that we had did khela. After killing the democracy, after using Sam Dam Dandabhed, after using money and dictatorship powers, you destabilized the elected governments, destabilized the elected governments. You, BJP, said that, your leader, your home minister said that, yes, we had did khela. What is the meaning of khela? Was khela word in constitution? You have introduced the word khela. And khela is used in what context? Khela is used when the elected governments are uprooted, when elected governments are forced to resign, and this is your khela. And this happened in Chandigarh. And we are, I'll say again, that we obey the rules. Aam Aadmi Party wants the rule, wants the law to be enforced. But you want to use the law, use the provisions of law. Chandigarh is a very small city. And mayor elections were clear. BJP had 16 votes. 14, actually their 12 candidates won the elections, but they had 14. One their MP's candidate, one Shiromani Akali Dal. BJP got 16. And in the elections, BJP got only 16, not 17, not 18. 20 votes were against them. Out of 16, Not even a single ballot has been invalidated by the presiding officer.
Okay, so
Out of 20.
mathematically, Dr. Anil Gupta, it was not possible. How did this happen? Is the question that the AAP is asking, and the Supreme Court is also.
Let me explain to you, give me 2 minutes. What is happening in Punjab? See, the CM Maan is saying that he is fighting all the 13 elections. What I have said earlier, let me just reconfirm that.
So you believe that it was an internal sabotage of the AAP and Congress?
Yeah, give me just 2 minutes. See, it is clear. See, they have dictated to their councillors, which I presume. But something is there, Antaratma ki Awaaz, because they are openly against in Punjab. Punjab is just nearby to the Chandigarh. Even the Aam Aadmi Party government is arresting the MLAs of the Congress. They are fighting election independently. And see what my co-speaker was mentioning. What mockery they are doing in Delhi. Delhi MCD, they are holding this for last 1.5 years. They are not holding the standing committee elections. Though because BJP has the chance of winning the standing committee. We have the majority. They are not holding the zone elections. They are not holding the statutory committees elections.
Okay.
But because BJP may come to the power in MCD, they are just bypassing all the rules.
Deshadrangam, your quick comment before we take a break. There's a video where the presiding officer is looking shocked when he looks up and sees a CCTV camera there. You believe that there's nothing suspicious in that expression? Also, are you giving a complete clean sheet to the presiding officer, or you believe also that an investigation is needed?
No, the debate is about possibilities at this stage, because it is only after the examination of these debates and the material which will be produced before the court, only then a conclusion can be brought. And I was very clear, if anything wrong has been done, the person has to be taken to logical conclusion under the law. Now, secondly, we know Kejriwal is a man of unconditional apologies before court. And so many apologies, he lies, and then there are apologies to the court. It's a matter of record. To Jaitley ji, we know he is given in the Delhi High Court 2 or 3 apologies are there. In Bombay also they have been there. So let's not get into all that, because a track record is very clear. Now, secondly, if you look at the entire issue out here, is the conflict between the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party. That has to be addressed. None of the two parties have been able to address that, and they are fighting tooth and nail against each other. That is the actual scenario which is available, and internal sabotage cannot be ruled out at all. And therefore, let us wait for the inquiry to be done by the Supreme Court, and let us wait all the material which is brought before. I certainly will not be able to reach any conclusion, but we can discuss the possibilities that are before us.
All right, let's leave it at that. My thanks to all of our guests for joining us on this discussion.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.